Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Gentech PC product showcase. Today we're going to be showing you the Gigabyte P35K, which of course is the 15-inch bigger brother to the P34 that we just reviewed recently. We'll go ahead and do a full review today, starting with the unboxing. And then later in the video we'll show you all of the features the laptop offers, the connections and interfaces. Then we'll move into benchmarking and finally minor disassembly of the unit. So starting with the unboxing, you'll see that we have a black and Gigabyte colored box just like last time. It's going to open up to immediately reveal that you have a plastic package here. And inside that's going to contain the driver's disc, extra software, product manual, and the warranty registration. And right below that, this is a very special accessory. This is an optical drive caddy, and this lets you hot swap out the optical drive with any standard 2.5-inch SATA device. So that means you can use a standard rotational hard drive for more space, or you can use a solid state disk for faster speed. The next layers we'll get to after that is going to be the actual laptop itself. On the far left and right side are two gigantic foam inserts to help keep the laptop stabilized during shipping. And then the laptop is also covered in a secondary sleeve to prevent it from getting any kind of scratches. And here is the P35K for the first time. Just one Gigabyte logo on the center there, and it's all nice matte black all the way around. Once we open it up, we'll see that very nice 15.6-inch diagonal screen, which is a matte screen. And we also have this fairly large LCD cleaning cloth inside. Now onto the few remaining accessories in the box. The front panel actually is going to be holding our power adapter. And also the necessary extension cable that plugs into that. Now we have the P35K powered up for the first time. We'll go ahead and start showing you the features of the laptop. Above the LCD screen we have our integrated webcam and microphone. We do have two stickers at the top of the LCD to notify you that this is a 1080p HD screen, also that it was made in Taiwan. The most important aspects of the LCD, of course, being that it is a 16:9 aspect ratio and that it is a matte screen, so it's non-reflective. Down below on the palm rest area, we have some stickers to notify us of our system specs. The most impressive specs here being that it has a MicroSATA SSD, that it has 12 gigabytes of memory, Windows 8 is our operating system, and the Core i7 4700HQ. Taking a look at the keyboard, at a glance you'll see that we have a chiclet style keyboard here. So these are very low-lying profile keys. Everything is fully illuminated, so the outside edges of the key and all the letters and symbols themselves will light up. Over on the right hand side of the palm rest we have a few more stickers. This one displaying the Dolby speaker system, the Core i7, and the NVIDIA Optimus and NVIDIA GPU. In the center, our oversized touchpad with built-in left and right clicks, and also a very unusual place to find your optical drive. Now the great thing about this optical drive is that it's there if you need it, but it's easily removable when you don't, so that you can expand your storage with, of course, that caddy that we showed you earlier. Now let's go ahead and take a closer look at that keyboard with the illumination turned on. Here it is in the dark to give you a really good idea of all the keys and how they look when they're illuminated. If you're by any chance comparing the P35 to the P34, this is one of the first notable differences is, of course, a larger laptop gives you a larger keyboard space, so you have the number pad back on the right hand side and you have those dedicated arrow keys. Now it's time for us to do that 360-degree tour of the laptop and show you all the ports and interfaces offered. First, just an idea of the profile. You can see this is a very thin 15-inch laptop, and that's the goal of the P35, is to be incredibly light and incredibly thin. On the back end side, we just have the Gigabyte logo and the matte black LCD lid. All of the colors on the outside edges are also matte black, so it's a solid black laptop. From the front side, you'll be able to view that you have some cutouts, and these are for your front-facing speakers. We have some status LEDs, and of course earlier we showed you this is the location for the optical drive. As we progress over to the right hand side, you'll notice the little lightning bolt mark there, and that represents a Thunderbolt port, but in close inspection you'll see that that port is not open, it's actually covered up, so it's not used. When you follow that, you have two USB 3.0 ports, a HDMI output, a VGA output, and then you have the DC input for charging and running off of mains power. As we turn around to the rear of the unit, you'll see that you have the exhaust ports on the left and right hand sides, and you will not notice the battery because the battery is of course internal in this unit, just like it was with the P34. And the final side is going to show us that we have a Kingston lock port, a local network connection, two USB 2.0 ports, a headphone output, a microphone input, and a SD card reader. So it looks like the P35 is hosting all of the necessary interfaces and connections for you. The laptop's goal is to be, of course, incredibly thin and light and small, so it's not going to be as fully featured as a very large gaming laptop. So seeing as how we just mentioned how thin the laptop is supposed to be, we'll go ahead and show you the measurement of that in person. And it's a nice single measurement across, and you can see that it comes in under an inch. It's really close to 3/4 of an inch in height. If you were to weigh the unit, and of course this is including the battery because it's internal, we're at 5 pounds and 4 ounces. And then if you travel with the entire kit and you travel with your power adapter, that only brings you up to 6 pounds and 9 ounces. Again, for those trying to make that tough decision to get the P34 or the P35, and you're wondering about the size differences, here's the size difference side by side. Also, with the screens open, the 14-inch screen versus the 15-inch screen, the color differences are there, and of course the keyboard layout is slightly different as well, and you have the difference in the touchpad. Now we'll go look at the P35's internals. We have the Intel HD 4600 and the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 765. That's going to be backed by 12 gigabytes of system RAM, the Core i7 4700HQ, and the monitor panel is going to be from LG. It is the D03A5. Hardware-wise, from the device manager, the biggest difference between the P34 and the P35 is that the graphics card has been upgraded to the 765 mobile as compared to the 760 mobile that the P34 has. And due to that fact, you'll see that the Windows Experience Index has gone up to a 5.6 now. The lowest score we have was the graphics, everything else was higher than that. We've already run 3D Mark 11 for you, and you'll see that we have a performance score of 4,584 on here. So the score is doing a little bit better, but the biggest differences that we noticed was the temperatures. The temperatures logged for this benchmark showed that we got the CPU up to about the mid-80s, so about 86 degrees being the highest that we saw, and the GPU only made it up to 74 degrees Celsius. And now we'll go ahead and turn over the unit and we'll show you some of the other features. The quick release optical drive. There's a lock tab here that you can release, and once you click that over, you can simply slide out your optical drive, and now you can replace that with any 2.5-inch SATA device that you feel like using. we're going to go ahead and use a 2.5-inch rotational hard drive. But of course, this is a great opportunity for you to put in a really high-speed solid-state disk as well. So here is the included caddy, so you don't have to purchase this separately. And you're going to go ahead and slide in the SATA connector first. And then it's a screwless assembly, you just have to snap the fittings into place. Now that we have everything in place, it's ready to insert into the laptop. And it's as easy as that to expand your storage. This feature is really great because you can use your optical drive when you need to. Most people might have a few older programs on disk that they can install when they first get their laptop, but then shortly afterwards not have to keep that and upgrade it to have extra storage. Now moving into the final segment of our video, which is the disassembly. Firstly, this here is going to be the subwoofer, and it's actually attached to the bottom cover of the laptop. So be careful if you remove the cover not to pull that wire, and make sure you remove it from the connection. Looking into the laptop itself, you'll see that we do have a dual fan cooling system with interlinked heat pipes, the internal battery, 2 RAM slots. Here is one of the major differences between the P35 and the P34 is we have 2 micro SATA slots. Only one is utilized right now, so you do have a free one to upgrade. Our combo Bluetooth and Wi-Fi card is located right next to those. And to the bottom right, we have the 2.5-inch hard drive. So in total, you can have the RAM upgraded to 2 slots at 8 gigabytes for 16 gigabytes of system RAM. You can put a 1 terabyte hard drive in here, which is what's included. Upgrade to a secondary 1 terabyte hard drive into the optical bay. And then you can throw 2 really nice micro SATA SSDs in here and have a pretty fully loaded system. All said, the P35 is a very nice device. It's targeted to be very thin and light, and it does accomplish those goals. And if that's the kind of laptop that you're looking for, chances are it's a lot cheaper and higher performance than most of the competition. So for now, we must part ways, and we hope you enjoyed the product showcase for the P35K. If you'd like to learn more about this laptop, just visit our website, gentechpc.com, and we do have the product specs there, current pricing and availability, and a whole lot more. If you have any questions that you would like some help with, then please let us know, and we're always happy to help you out. And we just want to remind you that once again, this was Gentech PC, and we'll see you next time.